at the second type of working out a side of a triangle with trigonometry, and this one here involves division rather than multiplication. And with all trigonometry problems, we still go through all the same 5 steps that I spoke about in the previous video. So the first step that we're going to be working on is identifying the active angle, and this is important as it allows us to carry on with the next steps. And we can see in this particular example here that the active angle is at the top corner there. It's 29 degrees. The second step is using that active angle, we can now label the sides of the triangle. As with the last video, we label them the hypotenuse, the opposite and the adjacent. And so we can see on this particular example we've got here that the side opposite the right angle is of course the hypotenuse. The side opposite the active angle is the opposite side, and the side next to the active angle is called the adjacent. The third step is that we then use SOHCAHTOA to determine which function we're going to be using to solve this problem. And here we go through and we tick off using the sides 17 meters, which is the adjacent, and x, which is the hypotenuse. We then tick off the a and the h through the SOHCAHTOA mnemonic, and you can see me doing that here. And we can see that the a and the h, the two of them, are part of the ka or cosine function. So we're going to be using the cosine function. For the fourth step, we now introduce our ratio triangle, which we substitute our values in as a form of working, and that will help us work out what or how we do the calculation of the function. So you can see here I've drawn the ratio triangle, and you can see that we're going to use this to input all the values. So I put CAH around the outside, and the C stands for cosine, so that's the cosine of the angle. So that's why I'm going to write in that bottom corner there cos of 29 degrees. The adjacent side, which is at the top of the triangle, well, that's 17 meters, and the hypotenuse is x, which is the side that we're looking for. So now that we've done that, we can move on to the fifth step. And the fifth step is to show our working and of course to give our answer. And this is an important step, and just to remember that you need to do this properly and in full. And we start off with x equals, because that's the side that we're looking for, and you must put that. And x equals in this case here, unlike the previous example where we had it multiplied, because we've got 17 on the top of the triangle, that dividing line is a division line. It's like a fraction. So unlike the previous example where if you have two values along the bottom, you have, like cos 29 times x sort of thing. So this time we're going to have 17 divided by the cos of 29, and that'll help us work out this problem. And so then we put that on our calculator, and we would end up with 19.47, and we're in meters here, so meters, always put your units, and we've done this to 2 decimal places. And that's how you work out this particular problem. So this is trigonometry, finding a side using division.